Welcome back, Formula One fans, to another video. Just what is going on with Daniel Ricciardo?
Margin for error.
Because
Daniel Ricciardo, and another one into the barriers of the session. It is.
I got hit. Copy. Can you keep going? Cockhead. I don't know, you hit me pretty big. Daniel, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Let me preface this video by saying that I am a big Daniel Ricciardo fan. Not only do I admire his positive approach to life, but I genuinely think he's a skilled driver and one of the best overtakers on the grid today. When McLaren announced they were signing him for the 2021 season, I was overjoyed. Sure, I was sad to see Carlos Sainz go and the end of the beautiful bromance that was Carlando.
You want to put it on top?
Yeah, I forgot.
Disqualified.
So unfair! It didn't move!
But I figured Lando and Lanny would get on like a house on fire. I had visions of pranks and practical jokes scattered across the paddock like confetti and hours of entertainment on the McLaren YouTube channel, plus putting Danny in a car that was rapidly proving to be the third best car on the grid after being stuck in the underperforming Renault. I was psyched. But now, halfway through the season, I feel a little cheated, underwhelmed, even disappointed. Last month saw Daniel Ricciardo hit the milestone of a decade in Formula One. He's had 7 wins and 31 podiums and is still only 32, a mere baby compared to the seasoned pros like Alonso and Kimi. He joined Red Bull back in 2014, which was unfortunately the year their run of 4 successive championship titles came to an end. Danny performed well for the Red Bulls, and all of his 7 wins were for them, but he never got beyond third in the Drivers' Championship.
Okay, switch off.
Young Australian superstar, the man who has lit up this season so far from the rookie point of view, Daniel Ricciardo.
While he's never said it explicitly, his interviews with Drive to Survive and other media outlets did seem to pin his decision to leave Red Bull on his feeling like the number 2 driver after Wunderkind Max Verstappen joined the team and immediately proved himself to be a talented, if sometimes too aggressive, driver. It must be hard to go from being the clear top of a team to the afterthought, and it was obvious how much Red Bull started investing in and relying on Max pretty quickly. Seasons 2019 and 2020 were spent driving the Renault, a car and team dealing with some issues, and when a seat opened up with McLaren, it seemed an ideal opportunity. Unfortunately, I don't think Danny Ric has been able to make the most of that opportunity yet. He has clearly really struggled to get used to the car, routinely unable to get out of Q2 or even Q1 in qualifying, and his best results have been a trio of P6 finishes and a much-needed P5 at Silverstone.
Well done, Daniel. Well done, mate. P5. Oh, you had me tense, I tell you. That was really good. Well done. Well done. Can I have ACS off? ACS off. Yeah, cheers, guys. Sorry I didn't have more pace, but nonetheless, I think we did well. Cheers.
He's hardly alone in struggling to get used to a brand new car. Honestly, former McLaren driver Carlos Sainz has probably done the best in terms of getting up to speed in his new Ferrari, but he also took several races to get the hang of things. Sebastian Vettel was having a horrid time at first getting used to his new Aston Martin, and even Sergio Perez in the Red Bull has only just in the past few races started to really show up in the way the team need him to. McLaren have backed Danny all the way, acknowledging that the MCL35M is not a straightforward car to switch to, and also praising him for his ability to turn bad qualifying into better results on Sundays. Andreas Seidel was clearly pleased with Danny's progress at Silverstone this year, while still noting that there's further improvements to come before he can start comparing to Lando. And Danny himself is pragmatic about it. He doesn't make excuses or beat around the bush when he's had a bad qualifying or a poor race. He just acknowledges that after the initial frustration, he gets back to looking at the data and talking to the engineers, and puts the work in to try and improve. He's also made it clear that he cannot set a goal of beating or outperforming Lando Norris yet, out of fear it would make him resent the sport he loves. He knows he's not in contention for the championship, so he's just happy when he can score points for the team and have some fun in the race as well. However, from a fan's point of view, this struggle of Danny's to settle into the McLaren is difficult to watch. There doesn't seem to be any obvious reason for it. We know the MCL 35M isn't really at a level to compete with the top teams, and on some tracks even struggles to fend off the Ferraris. Lando struggles in qualifying some weeks as well, and it is disappointing to know that, while McLaren are improving and performing, there is still some way to go before they're back at their best with a car that can truly compete. Never was that so evident as at the Styrian Grand Prix, where Lando qualified third, but later into the race had no choice but to let the Mercs and Red Bull past him, unable to hold them off, and instead focusing on finishing the race safely. But the clear difference is that Lando is tangling with the top teams, while Danny is more often than not fighting with the Alpines and AlphaTauris. It's not just on track that the two McLaren drivers aren't showing up alongside each other. Off track, I am not getting the vibe I hoped for from the two fun-loving jokers of the paddock. In fact, we don't really see much of them together at all. Compared to the playlist of Carlos and Lando challenges on the McLaren YouTube channel, 16 glorious videos of ridiculousness and giggling. Since the 2021 car launch, I think we've had a grand total of 3 videos of Danny and Lando together, none of which really show any kind of bond or friendship between the two. Lando has addressed the relationship with his teammate, saying it's very different to the one he has with Carlos, mostly due to the age gap and a difference in interests outside of racing. As a result, they don't spend much time together when not at the track. The McLaren Unboxed video from Silverstone did feature the two cracking jokes and having a laugh together, so there is hope there, and the pair insist that while they're very different people, they do get on well, but I'm just not seeing it. There was a particularly awkward interview after the race at Silverstone, where the Sky presenters asked Lando about the incident earlier in the week where the driver had been mugged at Wembley Stadium and had his limited edition Richard Mille watch stolen. Danny Ric then jokingly reached over to try and undo Lando's watch, and to an outsider it really looked like it didn't go down well with Lando, with him walking away from the interview soon after.
This takes my mind off it, so
Good.
don't ask that question.
Okay, well, it's too late. It's out my mouth, but I've got a positive response for you, so that's fine. But sorry to go through that, man.
I do hope they get on better than it seems to us watching on TV. They clearly do both have a sense of humour and are friendly guys, but it does seem that we saw more laughs from them when they were on different teams than we have since the start of the 2021 season. This probably isn't helped by some reporters already asking Danny to compare his current situation with Lando to the one he found himself in at Red Bull with Max Verstappen. Thankfully, Danny hasn't yet risen to the bait, choosing instead to say that Lando is definitely showing skills and speed that could compare him to Max in the future. He's proven before that he has no problem putting business above personal matters when it comes to racing, so long may that continue. I am really hoping that when we come back to Spa after the summer break, we see a renewed, reinvigorated Daniel Ricciardo. Because, frankly, he is better than what we're currently seeing on track. And maybe an improvement in results would also mean we see a better, happier him off track.
Oh, alright. Well, as you can see, we've had a good day, a big day, lots of laughs, lots of LOLs. Oh, I'm spent. Woo.
What do you think, Formula One fans? Leave us your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.